Greetings, Mechwarriors, this is TTB speaking, and today we are running the Atlas Hero Mech, the Boar's Head. It is imposing, it is big, it weighs 100 tons, and it can run 6 large pulse lasers. Yes, that is exactly what we'll be doing. So, as you can see, almost full armor, very much of course focused towards the front side, a standard 300 engine, lots of double heat sinks and 6 large pulse lasers to make use of that energy heat minus 10% and plus percent of 10 energy range. That sounded weird, didn't it? Well, doesn't matter. So 10% energy range as well as large pulse laser modules give us almost 450 meters on those large pulse lasers, or to be precise, a maximum effective range, that means range where you can actually hit targets, of about 850. So that is pretty nice. And it is all pinpoint front-loaded damage. You just point and shoot. That is it. Now do take care. There is 2 major drawbacks to this. So actually 3 major drawbacks. A, you're quite slow. I mean, right now we're not running speed tweak, I believe, so 48.6 kph puts this almost at the speed of a direwolf. Point number 2, it's a friggin' Atlas, so you will be the prime target for everybody. And point number 3, you're running arm mounts that are quite low slung, so unlike other large pulse laser gladiators like the Battlemaster, for example, or the Banshee, this mech actually has those weapons down low and quite far apart, so you need to have a lot of space free around you to actually be able to properly shoot stuff. And then even then you'll still see lasers hitting something they're not supposed to hit, so bear that in mind. Alright. So rear on Glimplexus, we're moving in towards the first targets that we can see. Let's just go ahead and go there. And by the way, in this mech, while Alpha Strike is a possibility on very cold maps, I wouldn't recommend it because it just puts your heat up to insane numbers, so you don't want to do that. And by the way, that is also a major drawback of this build, but it does have good range and insane damage potential, especially insane burst potential with a laser. Do take note, this will run very hot, very fast, so get in there, do a few shots, and then get out again as fast as you can. And by fast I mean like relatively fast, because you're in an Atlas and you're not gonna go very fast. Alrighty. So we have finished off that Kodiak, and now we're just gonna go ahead and shoot that pesky Gen2C, I believe, as well as this other Nova Cat down here, and we're taking some fire already. Guessing an AC5 or an AC2, I think AC2 from the amount of damage we took, so nothing that would scare an Atlas. However, it's just a little bit annoying. And as you can see, even if you have clear sight on the target and your arms are free, your shots sometimes just get caught by basically anything, so really make sure you're well clear of everything so that you can shoot and kill to your heart's content. By the way, it was the Steiner Warhorn. Actually quite come to like this Warhorn, but let's get back into the action. So we see a Kodiak coming up here. Immediately gonna go ahead, give a enemy spotted on this one. VIP is taking some fire, but nothing too bad yet, so that is fine. I'm just gonna go ahead and stay on the front line. And guys, this is the thing. You're still an Atlas, so you're still supposed to be on the front line, but don't be the only target on the front line. This is not an Atlas where you can just go in, torso twist, and shoot your SRMs and your AC-20. This one actually thrives for being at, let's say, medium range, 300 to 400 meters, and then picking out targets and pinpoint damaging them down. That's where this thing excels. If you're just looking for a big beefy tank, don't choose the Boar's Head. Go with the Atlas 7S or the 7D. Or the DDC if you want ECM. And by the way, yes, we overheated and we're taking some AC2 fire that... I mean, buddy, this is boring. I'm an Atlas. You can do this for days. I don't care. Okay, actually now I care, but... doesn't matter. He dies anyhow. This guy's still poking me. Wolverine down. Here we go. So let's go ahead and have a look at the end game stats. By the way, nice job on that paint, on the catapult. So 2 killing blows, 650 damage done, 4 kill most damage dealt, 2 of solo kills, and 5 components taken out. So not too bad, but as you could see, with the limitations that we're working with, it's actually not as easy to run giant damage numbers in this mech as it would be, let's say, in a Kodiak-free Daka build. This is actually a challenge to play, and I think from the games I've played with this, I think it's definitely a viable build, it's definitely a fun build, but don't expect this to be the cookie cutter who kills everything, everybody's most damage dealt. This is not the kind of mech to do that. This is a build that you won't see very often, and while I think it's still viable, it's definitely not top tier. So just be prepared to keep that in mind when you do this. However, I will say, with the new light fusion engines coming up, this will be a lot more viable, because then this mech will be about 10 kph faster, will have a little bit better cooling, and you can also fiddle around a little bit with different builds in the BOAR'S head. For example, what also worked quite nicely was a 2 large pulse lasers and AC-20 build. Didn't rack up as much heat, didn't have as much ranged poke, but the added AC-20 gives a lot of nice short-range oomph towards making sure that people understand that you're an Atlas. Alrighty, so as you can see, moving in here on that Marauder to C down there, we were actually able to hit him at about 750 meters range. That is the strength of this Atlas right here. And I'm seeing that the enemies are moving towards the Echo 7, Delta 7 area, so I will go ahead and just move to support. We have a Cyclops here with us, as well as a Marauder, so let's be a little bit careful. Move around the corner here and try to hit that Scorch. I'm not shooting the other arm right now because it's just not clear. I wouldn't be able to hit anything. Oh yeah, by the way, other drawback on this mech, unfortunately, your weapons are all in the arms, and the arms are the least armored component of the whole mech. So, while it allows you to shoot at any target at any angle, it also makes you a little bit weaker, so keep that in mind as well. That's why I'm saying there's definitely merit to trying out different builds in this mech, and incorporate, let's say, an AC-20 or maybe a Gauss, or but you can't really do much with that one rocket launcher, maybe an SRM-6, but still not that much use out of it. It needs to have a build that revolves of making the most use that you can out of the 6 energy hardpoints that you have in the 2 arms. So that is my 5 cents on that. As you can see, I'm just trying to amplify damage as much as possible and trying to balance my heat scale, because it rakes up pretty quickly. There's Eben Jag as well as a good old... What the heck are you? Come back here. Ah. We'll just play with the Eben Jag for then. Alright, we're able to take this guy down, and luckily we're not in range for the airstrike, hopefully. Bad place to shut down for the Kodiak, and he pays the price. So we'll just go in and move in further. Now the Hunchback from before, which I couldn't identify correctly, the Hunchback to see, he moved away. But that's fine, because this Marauder right here, he just wants to donate himself to the Inner Sphere. And of course, House Steiner will gladly accept that and take the kill. And as you can see right here, again, low slung arms, so make sure you're very clear of the ground, as well as friendly mechs, because you don't want to hit somebody with 3 or 6 large pulse lasers to the back, because that is an insta-kill for almost anything save an Atlas or Direwolf. So be careful about that. Alright, what do we have here? Oh, the Hunchback from before. Alright, let's go ahead and hit him a little bit. As you can see, this is like me maximum torso twist and still able to hit the enemy. That's one of the good things that comes out of having arm-mounted weapons. Alright, a Wormhammer, Warhammer 7S coming in here, and well, I've tried it. It is underwhelming, so we'll just go ahead and take him out, put him out of his misery. Oh, there we go. Final kill come in. Let's have a look at the end screen. Three killing blows, 2 killing most damage dealt, 520 damage done, 4 components taken out. Again, as I said, nothing crazy, not a bad performance, but not a stellar kill everything performance anyways. So, the BOAR'S said, good mech or not, let me know in the comments below, press that thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel if you haven't done so yet. TTB out.